Your number one online resource for buying property with your real estate market update. It's been a couple of weeks and we're seeing a lot more activity. It's like everybody was asleep, hibernating, and then everybody woke up and immediately wanted to rush into the market to get some property. It's been very busy out there, and I'll tell you a little bit about why that is in just a moment. Please, guys, if you like that video, I'd love for you to share it on social media. It helps us so much to get the words out. So please get the message out. Just tap the share button down below. Share it with your friends and family. Would definitely very much appreciate it. Our user base is growing. The amount of people that are seeing these weekly, bi-weekly updates is growing. We have some weeks where it's over 500 views for one of these weekly updates, and that's awesome. And so it tells me that you're enjoying the content. All right, current projects out there. We're starting a new flip in Jacksonville, 32210, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's going to come out beautiful. We're doing a lot to it. We have to redo the whole septic system, new electrical, new plumbing, new everything. It's going to be like a brand new house. If you're looking for good cash flowing rentals in Jacksonville, this is going to be one of them. Reach out. In Tarzana, we just opened escrow on a fixer for a client of ours. We beat out a lot of people. There's multiple offers on so many properties out there. We got beat out on one property. I'll tell you this story. It was a property that was listed for $1.6 million. It was a nice view property in the hills of Tarzana. This property had open houses Friday, Saturday, Sunday scheduled. Only the Friday worked out. There was a packed house on Friday. They got multiple offers that same day. They ended up closing out the open houses the following days because they ended up accepting an offer. 1.8 million, all cash, zero contingencies, no inspection period even. $200,000 over list price, all cash, no contingencies. That's what's happening out there. Lastly, I'm also looking for a condo, a penthouse unit on the west side, Beverly Hills, all the way to the west and down south to the beaches. If you got anything coming up, please let me know. Remember, anyone watching on Instagram, head over to the Facebook page. I'm going to post there the links and to the slides and the links to the sites where I get this information so you can take a look at it for yourself. Remember, we get data-driven content, not opinion-based, but I do share with you, of course, what I'm seeing out there and, of course, what I think is going to happen. All right, first things first, let's get into our content. So what's happening out there? It's a madhouse. Everybody was sleeping, hibernating, and all of a sudden they came out, and it's now a feeding frenzy for properties. The problem is new listings have fallen 21.8% year over year. People are not coming out to list their properties. We're even now springtime. We've seen a couple more properties here and there, but we're still down over 20% year over year since last year. And even with the rates where they are today, buyers are still coming out. One of the biggest drops since the start of the pandemic is the number of new listings that are coming out this year. It's gotten a spring decline that we've not seen since late 2000s. Buyers are snapping up the homes that do hit the market fast. Of the homes going under contract, listen to this, half of them are going under contract in less than 2 weeks. That's up from about a quarter at the start of the year, and it's unusually quick of an increase. Usually it slowly increases, and we see a lot more activity in the summer right before schools so that people can get their kids into the schools. That's not happening. People have jumped into the real estate market looking for properties, and it's a big drop. So right now we only have about 2.8 months of supply throughout the country, and it's a big drop. In last year, in this January, that months of supply was at 4.5 months. So that means that within 3 months, we've gone from 4.5 months of supply to 2.8 months of supply. Why is that happening? It's because, number one, there's no listings out there. Number two, buyers are starting to come out, and especially first-time home buyers. There was a new program that came out. I debuted it a couple of weeks ago, right when it started, when it came out. And you'll be surprised. It's already all gone. Let's talk about that program. So California Dream for All was a shared appreciation loan that the government had put in their budget, the California state government. They put aside $500 million originally. Governor Newsom pared that down to $300 million. And what it was is the government was going to give you, the state of California was going to give you a loan for 80% of the purchase price, and then they were going to put down your 20% deposit. In exchange for this 20% deposit, they were going to get 20% of your upside. So let's say, for example, you were purchasing $1 million home. They were going to put down $200,000. Your loan would be based on the $800,000. And then if that property rose to $1.1 million by the time you sold it, you had to give back the $200,000, plus they would get $20,000 out of your $100,000 worth of appreciation. Sounds like a great deal, right? You would think so. You're not the only one. It created a feeding frenzy. This $300 million that was allocated, it was gone in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, they paused the program completely. California Association of Realtors is going and pleading with the government that this has been a successful program. Please release the whole $500,000, the other remaining $200 million, and that the funding was reduced by Governor Newsom to increase that funding for this year by those extra $200 million and potentially provide this in next year. 2 weeks. Let me tell you a story of what this did. We have a friend of ours that listed a townhouse in Chatsworth. Not the best neighborhood, but an entry level. This is meant for first-time homebuyers. It's a first-time homebuyer program. So you're capped at about $1.2 million. If you had some cash that you wanted to add to that pie, you could get a property up to $1.4 million. This townhouse was listed for $750,000 in Chatsworth. Entry-level townhouse, entry-level home for a first-time home buyer. This agent had 60 offers, 60 offers on this townhouse. It went significantly over. So pluses and negatives. It's great that they're offering this wonderful program for first-time home buyers to help them with a big down payment because housing is very unaffordable in the state of California. But in addition, the downside is that we don't have enough properties. So now you're going to see feeding frenzies on these properties that are coming out for sale, especially entry-level homes. And that's what ended up happening. So we'll see if they do extend this program further, but it's gone. 2 weeks, $300 million gone. Let's talk about the mortgage rates. Rates have come down further. Another reason why the buyers are out. So last time, 2 weeks ago, the 30-year fixed rate was 6.59. It's now 6.39. The 15-year fix was 6. Now it's 5.87. Jumbo's the same at 5.95. The 5/1 ARM was 6.62. It's now 6.6. 30-year FHA was 6.05. It's now 5.97. And the VA loan was at 6.12. It's now 6%. So we're seeing an easing of those mortgage rates coming down to much more affordable levels. It's allowing the buyers to come out. And now that they're comfortable knowing that, hey, rates are not going to crash, prices are not crashing. In fact, in LA, they've been virtually stable. And in the last couple of months, they've been increasing because of all of this demand. This is simple economics. Supply, demand. We have no supply. Our demand has been pretty much flat. But with the lowered supply, prices are not coming down. If we had a tremendous amount of supply and lower buyer demand, prices would go down like they have in Austin, Texas, for example. Prices are down 15% in Austin, Texas. Their inventory has gone up significantly. They're at over 4.5 months of inventory. And so you're seeing their prices decline significantly. It's not happening here in Los Angeles. It's not happening here in Southern California. All right. Thank you once again for tuning in. Our quote of the day. Our quote of the day is by Vincent van Gogh, a very famous Italian artist. And his quote is, "The great is a succession of little things that are brought together." You don't just turn great overnight. You have to slowly increase and bring a lot of little wonderful things together, and then you become great. Remember, guys, if you like this video, help spread the word on social media. Please hit the share button and share it with your friends and family. This is Roman Share, your number one online resource for buying property. I'm out in 10 minutes. Good timing today. Have a great weekend, everyone.